Okay, now you've understood the brief, utmost simplest things of how to play Roblox. Perhaps you'd like to maybe get on to building your first game, seeing as Roblox is all about building. Okay, I am going to create a new game place. I'll teach you how to create a personal server soon. It's a BC only feature. You click create a game place. Name it whatever you like here. I'm going to call this YouTube tutorial place. Just for simple. I'm going to leave it as a game place. I will set it to Mega. This is also a BC only feature. You can set it to public or friends. This is fairly self-explanatory. I'd recommend locking your place if you don't actually want it to be stolen. You can allow comments. If you are planning on free modeling your game, this may not be such a good idea. I'm going to use empty base plate because this is completely empty, gives you a completely clean board to start off with, and is simple. That is for creating wall places. That is about 7,000 bricks, and therefore can cause quite a bit of lag on slow computers, and also doesn't actually give you much room for imagination. And that's a very new feature that isn't needed for you at this very moment in time. Okay, so now you've clicked create. You can find it here. If you're non-Builders Club, it'll be your first game. Seeing as I am Builders Club, I have to trawl through all my games to find it. What a drag it is. Here we are, we have this. Now, you have two options here. You can click play, which is basically the online way of playing. You can play with your friends and other people. Or it won't save in this mode. Or you can click build. Building in this is a useful feature. It allows you to save the work you create and build in much higher functionality than any other way currently available on Roblox. Takes a bit of time to load up. By the way, this doesn't actually mean anything. It's just there for people because it makes them look cleverer. See? Okay, now you're in here. You have your character loaded. Oh, I'm quite handsome. Yes, and you can... First of all, I would recommend not using these to build with yet. I'll do another tutorial on using the stamper tools. So remove hotkey and all of those by clicking and removing, clicking and removing. These can just be accessed by pressing the key just left to the 1 on your keyboard, just to the left, or just by clicking on backpack. You can drag and drop these in any order you want, simply and quickly. You can... Okay, so now you've done that, you have this here. You now go to... Now to access Studio, you go here, Game Setting, Studio Mode. A lot of people do not find this for a very long time. Okay, resume game. Now, up here you have a whole new way of building in Roblox. These are material tools. Indent on surface, connectors on surface, world surface. Ooh, a penis. No, blue surface, I stand corrected. Smooth surface. You can use all of those for different things. I'll explain their functionality in my later building video. Here you can change material to anyone you want. Interesting. Oh, stupid message. It doesn't actually mean anything on my computer. Anchoring. I will actually now demonstrate. Wait, it's toolbox. I'm using the toolbox here to insert a brick. Now, at this moment in time, I should just be able to push it over. Oh no, it appears to be anchored already. No, it's not anchored. Well, I should be able just to push it over. It might be welded. It's strange. Ah, there you are. And that makes it very easy to fall off in places. Now, if you want to build a game that is destructible, then I'd recommend using this and a regen as well. As it stands, it can be blown apart by things such as rocket launchers, which you may want to build or access in the free models catalog here, where you can find anything you like. Just type in, well, no, literally everything. Oh yeah, by the way, this shows you the most recent models to be uploaded, so it's not necessarily the best. And you also have to be aware of infections that may come with it. You can then just type, say, ray gun. This may be a popular thing, and it comes up with a list of ray guns. You can insert them in, and then add them into your starter pack by selecting them in workspace. If you just use that tool there to drag, select it, you can find it in there. You'd cut, paste into. Fairly simple. I'll demonstrate with this. Cut, paste into. But that'll be useless because it's not actually a tool. Back it goes. Okay, let's continue. Well, I need to mute my stupid Skype. Okay. Now you have this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave my Skype because I don't wanna. Cool. There we are. Now, if you want to resize the brick, you can use this tool here. These are for changing the reference. I'll tell you all about that in my later video, complex building. You can resize this by dragging these little circle things you see here, dragging them, moving them about. Okay, I'm going to actually teach you how to build a small house here. For simplicity, you can create a thing about roughly 80 studs, 60 studs. You can change the size of the thing here, let's say. Okay, the size, let's say 50 by 40 for simplicity's sake. You can then copy it by doing Control-C, Control-V, or copy, paste it into. Resize this to anything you want. Copy it again. Resize it, and so on. You get the picture. I'm not actually going to build a house because that'll take too long. Right. Oh, what are you doing? You can then rotate the brick by using this function. It's interesting because previous to now there was no actual way of C-framing bricks, so I forgot to anchor that. Anchored. Now let's demonstrate again. C-framed straight into the ground. It's rather interesting. Oh, I've placed it upside down. Right. This here is to change the time of day. You can drop and drag and it changes it all through the day and night. Personally, I quite like this time. It looks very interesting. You'll notice that the shine comes straight from the sun. I like that. Or you can have the sunrise, that's quite nice. All the way over there. But sunset for me, I'm that kind of person. There you are. If you want, actually I'll show you that now. Here you have the lighting thing. This is very useful to create good things. It shows you here what time it is exactly, 1804. By just typing in 1806 it changes to that, 1801. These are the minutes. You can change it just by minute to minute and you can see how much it changes. That can be used to create good fluid things. It's just a frame. You can change the shadow colors here. If you want, you can select that black. It'll make your shadow go pitch black. I'd recommend keeping that on its normal setting at the moment, unless you want, well, actually keep on that setting for these when it's dusk. Make it look quite interesting. You can do the color shifts. That's for creating the shift in the thing. So it'll be lighter at the top than at the bottom. Because of the way Roblox renders, shadows aren't always that good. OpenGL graphics aren't incredible in this game. Oh, here's the brightness. You can change that by just typing in 1, 0, 2. Excuse me, someone's at the door. You can change the brightness by doing 0.9, 0. Yes! No, I'm recording a video! 0.1. It doesn't seem to be working. You can change your ambience by doing this. Maybe if I wanted to look pink. This can be used to create disco games or something. Keep it on what it was before. It's better. And, Okay, now let's experiment more with this brick. You'll see when you select it straight away, you come up with this menu of drop downs. These can be used to change anything that would normally be affected in this area here. You can have the colour affected, these change it to different colours. I quite like this one. And this, I don't like that one at all, it's a bit hurts your eyes. Okay, let's keep it with medium green. You can change the material here, that's normally what that tool does. Slate, change it to something that looks vaguely slate-like. I'll teach you to make your own textures later on in the game. Now, can you see this annoying block thing here? These little things with the R on top that look vaguely like the Lego connectors. You can remove those as well. Simply scroll down. Smooth. It's great. It looks brilliant when you do that. Now, this is a question I get often asked. How do you remove the base plate? Right, use this tool up here, lock, prevents selection. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Now if you want to get rid of the base plate, you can either select and delete, or you can just unanchor it. And of course, because it's stuck to this brick here that is anchored, then it won't do it. Unanchoring it won't do anything. It sticks together because of these universal adapters. Those never used to work in up till a couple of months ago. Right, and I think that just about concludes what I'm doing for this current episode. It means say goodbye. Click and save.